everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and happy 2023! I spent New Year's in bed with a cold playing Animal Crossing. How did you spend yours? I mean, it can only go up from there, can't it? But I'm feeling better now. It's the 2nd of January as I'm filming this, and I actually feel vaguely alive, so I'm filming a video for you guys because I haven't been able to film a video in a while because your girl's been busy. So yes, this is what this video is. Today I want to talk about perspective. This is not a scripted video, so editing me, I apologise in advance for all of the editing you're going to do, but I'm going to try and keep this succinct, and I think this will be a helpful start of the year video for you guys watching this if you're interested. So yeah, that's what we're doing. As most people do at this time of year, I've been thinking a lot about the year I had in 2022, especially in terms of, you know, my career, what work I've done, things like that. And it's been a good year on the whole. I've worked pretty consistently. I finished off the second leg of my first national tour, which is a huge milestone for me career-wise. I did another Shakespeare in the summer, so that's 2 Shakespeares on my professional CV, which is great. I really want to try and get into doing more Shakespeare, which when you train in musical theatre in the UK, you know, it can be hard to break into doing classics like Shakespeare. So having a second one, that was a great experience. Also, in all of my jobs this year, I've had the privilege of being able to work with actors that are not only immensely talented, of course, but also with actors that have decades of experience on me. When you're an early career actor, performer, it can be really hard to have those experiences because you tend to work with a lot of people who are the same age as you. And that's not a bad thing inherently by any means, and that's not to say that, you know, younger actors aren't as good as older actors, but it is really special when you get to watch actors who've been doing what they do for decades and watching how their experience informs their process and what ends up being on stage. So that's been really wonderful for me this year. Still feeling ill, but it's fine, we're gonna power through. Also, you know you're not young anymore when you're coughing so hard that you pull a muscle in your chest. That happened to me last night. Not fun. Now I've had that coughing fit. All this to say is that on the whole, I've had a really good year. I've worked pretty consistently. Obviously not 365 days a year minus 2 weeks holiday like in a 9-to-5 job, but the work has been consistent, the work has been fun, the work has been rewarding, which is, you know, kind of a really good place to be as a jobbing actor in the UK. Probably anywhere, to be honest. But despite having such a good year, I have still had moments of doubt, moments of low self-esteem, of a lack of self-belief. And these have been prompted sometimes by things I've seen on social media, you know, seeing people who are the same age as me or who I've known at different points in my own career, and seeing where they are and feeling like, you know, because I'm not maybe working in the institutions that they're working in, that I've failed in some way. Sometimes it's been prompted by the jobs that I haven't got. I've also, along with the good year I've had quite a lot of auditions. I've been called in for lots of things, which is always good, even if things don't go your way. But again, you know, I've been in situations where I've really wanted a job and not got it. I've seen people at auditions, I'm starting to see people at auditions that are younger than me who seem to be doing better than I am already. But sometimes there is no external trigger. Sometimes, you know, like everyone, we have ups and downs emotionally, and sometimes I've been feeling down, and that's translated into me doubting myself, doubting my abilities, doubting my ability to thrive in this industry. Oh my gosh, my face is so red, which being brown is an achievement. And in those moments of self-doubt, those doubts feel really real, right? If you've ever been in a situation where you've had those kinds of feelings, It's like every counter argument in that moment seems to go out of your brain. It's hard to remember how well you are doing, or how much you're enjoying what you're doing, or how when you are in work you don't feel like the work is not enough. When you're having that moment of, oh, someone's posted that they're in this and I didn't even get seen for it, or you know, I worked really hard on that audition and I got so far and it still didn't go my way again. Sometimes that's all you can focus on in that moment. And I think a really important thing to remember and work on, whether you're an amateur actor or a professional actor, whether you're not an actor at all and you have a different career or a different vocation, a different passion that you pursue, is putting things into perspective a little bit in those moments, and remembering, for example in my case, that there are some actors who would have killed to have worked as much as I have this year, who would have killed to have the opportunity to be in some of the shows that I was in. Obviously not literally, like, don't murder people for job opportunities, but you know what I mean, right? It's a figure of speech. People who will look at what I did last year and think, oh, she's so lucky, she's doing so well. I've had people tell me that I'm doing so well. I've had my friends tell me that I'm doing so well, that I do such interesting work, that I'm always doing something different and unexpected. Some of the people that I've worked with this year telling me how well I've worked and how good I am, how talented I am. Even just being in those rooms with such talented people, such talented, oh my god, I can only think of the phrase in Spanish. I've been working hard on my Spanish recently, sorry. Company members, you know, being in rooms with such talented, such dedicated, such hardworking people, such hardworking companies, and feeling that I'm matching up to the work that they're doing is amazing. And it's really important in those moments of self-doubt to hold on to that. And that's not to say that, you know, self-doubt should never ever happen. I think we're all human and we all have moments where we doubt ourselves, or we don't trust in the process, we don't trust in the fact that this career is a marathon, not a sprint, and we worry if we're wasting our time, and we worry if it's all worth it. I don't think it's healthy to be like, oh, just don't think about that, just be positive. No, because I think that's always going to happen at some point, whether that's you have a tendency to think that way, or whether you just, something happens that knocks you back and knocks your confidence. Like, it's going to happen, especially if you're an actor, like, you're not going to get away from that. I think the more important and more healthy thing is to hold on to the wins, big or small. Hold on to the moments where you know you did good work, where people told you did good work, where you've enjoyed what you've been doing, so that when those moments come up where you want to like potentially pack it all in, or you're like, why am I even doing this? I'm a talentless fraud. You know, you can take those moments out and be like, no, wait, you rocked at this, and people who know what they're talking about said you rocked at this, and you enjoyed this job, and you enjoyed working on this show, and you loved the people that you met along the way. And then also on top of that, it's way easier to take positive steps in your career as an actor in this case, when you are able to feel good about yourself and get yourself out of that headspace, because it's much easier to go into, you know, thinking about what classes that you could take, thinking about what you can do to maybe up your self-taping or up your voice recording, what's it called? Voice acting work, if that's what you do, or write to casting directors and promote yourself. If you're feeling like, you know, you're talented and you've got this, and you're just upping your game and taking it to the next level, rather than, I am talentless, I'm a failure, I'm wasting my time, I guess I should write to this casting director to ask them to cast me or something, but you know, they're not going to. Do you see what I mean? It just turns into a positive feedback loop of negativity, if that makes sense. Like, the negativity adds to the negativity adds to the negativity, so it's a positive feedback loop, but it's negative, as opposed to being like, I do good work, I deserve to be in this industry, now how do I get myself to a place where everyone else knows that and hires me for, you know, these next level jobs that I want to get. So yeah, that's what I've been thinking about, and I thought it might be something useful to share. Yeah, so I hope you found that video helpful and motivational going into 2023. In terms of this channel, I want to try and get back onto regular posting. I think I'm going to go back to posting once a month. That worked really well in 2019. I think it's enough of a routine to have some accountability in posting regularly for you guys, but at the same time have enough time to think about video ideas, have enough time to film them and edit them and make them hopefully good and things that you'll enjoy. So that is the plan. If you have any ideas of things you want to see this year, then let me know in the comments. Do you want to see more Drunken Explains? Do you want to see more comparisons between musicals and the things that they're adapted from? Do you want more vlog style stuff? Let me know what you'd be interested in the comments if you feel any particular way. And yeah, Happy New Year. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing. Would love to have you on the channel. Come on down. We have a great time filming on the floor for a change and having coughing fits. Stay tuned for more theatre content from a UK perspective, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, friends!